Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. I'm Angel Azzarra, and I'm a professional opera singer and voice teacher. And today I'm reacting to another Dimash that everyone has been requesting. This is Unforgettable Day. A lot of you have told me that he sings a D8 in this, so I'm very excited to hear it. That is 2 octaves above where whistle tone starts for a lot of singers. Most classically trained sopranos can go into whistle tone slightly higher, but the general consensus is that after D6 is where whistle tone begins. So 2 octaves higher than whistle tone. I'm ready.
Өргөргөний баашиг болон өзіңе Эргэрийн баалайттай сөзіңе Қалағыңмен баурап алдың жанымда Қарай бердім нұрға толы жүзіңе
Okay, the biggest thing that I'm noticing, yes, Dimash, always a beautiful, beautiful instrument. It doesn't matter how slowly they're moving on these pedestals. It looks like they've got maybe 4, maybe 5 stagehands or crew members that are pushing them. It doesn't matter how smooth it is. It doesn't matter how slowly they're going. They're still using a lot of core strength to stay that still. Yeah, it's just impressive. I don't think I've ever been on like a rolling dais before in a performance. No, I don't think I have. That would be really interesting to try because I can just imagine like you really have to be very engaged just to stay still. So there's going to be some level of jostling while you're singing. And it's one thing to be moving your body. It's another thing to have your body moved by something else while you're singing. Being jostled is a really easy way to get thrown off of track, and obviously he's totally fine. Really beautiful, really smooth. Again, they're still moving, which is kind of stressing me out a little bit because I know that I would not like that. Like it wouldn't be a fear of heights or anything. It would just be that sensation of, oh my God, I have to stay still and I'm moving and I have to stay still. And then trying to navigate singing and the breath while you're using your core muscles for something else entirely. But he's in this nice falsetto, you know, this is a really comfortable place for Dimash to be. But one thing that I'm noticing is that usually he lets it be a little bit rounder in tone when he's in the falsetto. So he has a little bit more of that sensation of an egg in the back of the throat. Soft palate's very raised. There's not a lot of nasality to it. But here, I don't want to say that it's nasal, but it is much brighter than I'm used to hearing in his falsetto. And again, it's that balance of chiaroscuro, light and dark. I don't think that he's actually going overly bright. I think it's just more balanced than I usually hear from him. He usually likes to have that sort of lushness to his voice that kind of just naturally comes in when he raises the palate. I like it. It feels very contained, which makes sense to me because of the physical thing that he has to do right now, being on the dais. And also, I don't know the text, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go read the text probably after this. But it does feel like it fits the tone of the song. So yeah, let's keep going.
Жүрек ешкім жүрге салмас әмірі Сөндіре сезім бәрінің жалыны Бақыттымын бұл әлемде сен егер Тағдырыма тарту етсе тәңірім Ayvay şarkı Unutamaz gün.
So now he's getting a little bit more into chest. This is all very standard. I feel like I know his voice so well at this point, even though we've never worked together, but I've just been listening and analyzing almost since January. So I can hear all these little tiny things and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I heard that here, I heard this here. Yeah, he's getting a little bit more into chest. He's not darkening it, surprisingly. He's still keeping it very forward, very balanced in chiaroscuro land. But I did want to note that I was so busy watching him, I did not see that there actually are subtitles to the lyrics. So, yep.
Bye bye şarkı Unutamaz Ansam gütken armanım sen Ağlayan dandarım sen Ağlaganda ayalayda Ansarım dardağın sen
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if this balanced sound that I'm hearing. Now, there is nothing wrong with apical expansion. Apical expansion is the expansion of the rib cage when you breathe. The diaphragm is attached at the sternum and then in the thoracic region of your spine. So you kind of want both sides to expand, and that's what apical expansion is. You also have a much lower expansion, or the sensation of expansion, because your organs are displaced by the descent of the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a pancake and it just pushes down all the other organs to make room for the lungs while they expand. And I'm wondering if because he's using his lower core to stay balanced, even if they're not moving that fast, I mean, that can just be scary. It doesn't matter if you're a total pro. It doesn't matter if you're not scared of heights. Like, this is a high intense situation and he's moving on a fairly high dais, like just moving. There's nothing supporting him at all. I think he's using his lower abs to stay engaged, to stay connected to that dais. And then he's just focusing on an apical expansion, and that may be causing the brighter sound that I'm hearing because it's just not quite as deep of an engagement to his core. I don't know. I still think that the colors that he's using are beautiful. I think that they fit the text very well because it's this sort of contained like reminiscence, but there's power building in still. Obviously, you can have quite a lot of power with a balanced sound. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, as I was listening to that next section, I thought, maybe that's why. Okay.
Canım kıymayman kıymayman Seni kalay rüzgâra
love it when he goes into this rock belt. Yes, it's quite nasal, it's quite bright, but it just, I have goosebumps. I mean, it just makes me feel like I'm suddenly transported to an 80s power ballad. And he always, whenever he goes into this belt, he always gets so engaged. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm sure that there are moments where he has not done this, but I would bet that 90% of the time when he goes into that belt placement that's quite forward, quite a spread aperture in the mouth, and you know, a really bright, slightly nasal sound, that he's squatting, that his knees are squatting, and that his torso and his spine are straight. And that's how he gets the power behind it, so that the nasality doesn't take over. But yes, I love it. Where did that girl go? What happened to her? She just suicide dropped. Oh my God. Okay, when that happened, I was like, what? Those staccati. What am I supposed to say? They're so clean. I'm singing a song right now that has staccati high C sharp sixes in it. And like, I can do it, and it's you know, they're there, but it's so hard to get them into place. I want him to tell me the exercises, the vocalises that he uses to get those staccati the way he gets them, because the ones that I am using are not exercising my voice to that extreme, and that's the good stuff. He needs to do a reaction to one of his own videos. Okay, where is the D? Where is the D8? Okay, let's keep going. I have to stop. Is it just me, or do the backup singers sound a little flat? It looks just a little off to me. Anyways. I had to stop. I know, I'm sorry. 5 seconds. I'm going to get like a million meme comments about that. But yes, talk about that dark belt where he had quite a wide aperture for such a dark belt. So his soft palate must have been sky high, but then just a tiny bit of lowering of the soft palate internally. You probably, I mean, unless, you know, you were looking straight into his mouth, you couldn't see it, but let that nasal quality come back in. Oh, I love it when he does a change like that on the same note. Just bless. Did I listen to the Bastia and this is not the one with the C6, with the D8, whatever the heck note? I have to look it up. I'm sorry if the camera's jostling. It's Unforgettable Day at Gakku. Y'all, I'm sorry, this was a great performance. I'm gonna just, yeah, this was a great performance. I got the wrong one. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Proof in the pudding that I do not watch these videos in advance. I watched the Bastia performance of Unforgettable Day, which did not have the D8 in it, and I got to the end and I was like, where was the D8? What? Everyone told me there was a D8 in this song, and I realized it's in the Gakku performance. But you know what? This was an awesome performance, so I'm posting a reaction to it. There will be a reaction to Unforgettable Day Gakku so that I can hear the D8, because I'm glad that you stuck around for the reaction to the Bastia or the analysis of the Bastia. I thought it was Unforgettable. Please don't not subscribe for these puns that I make. If you found this video informational or helpful at all, please like and subscribe. Don't unsubscribe because of the puns. And toi 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 until next time.